Guys, I have gist. I'm about to give you the gist of how someone was busy fondling my Bobby, my own personal Bobby, while I was sleeping away in a luxurious bus. So years ago, I was posted for my youth service. And so after my orientation camp, I returned back to Jos to come be with my mom for some time before I can go back. You know, that's 1 week we were writing our letter of permission to, travel that we write, but we take up to 2 weeks or three. So while returning, I was supposed to stop at Anambra for my friend's traditional wedding because I was part of their Shebi girls. So I was supposed to stop at Anambra State before taking off and going to Osun State. So normally we that live here in the north, in Plateau State, we either take morning bus or we take night bus. So I loved, rather not now anymore, but then I loved taking night bus to go to the east because you sleep away while the driver is driving in the middle of the night. So the day I was going to travel, my mom asked me to take some rest. She said someone that is traveling is supposed to be in the house resting. But I was just trying to catch up with my friends that I was going to leave behind in Jos. So I didn't come back home to rest. So when it was time for my traveling, I just picked up the things I've packed and I moved to the bus stop and took my bus. Guys, as I got into the luxurious bus, I had a neighbor, a man sitting, because I like paying for the seat and sitting close to the window because I don't like all those attachment people that will be sitting. Those of you that travel by night bus, you understand better. I don't like those attachment people that are sitting on the walkway, disturbing you when you want to take your beautiful sleep. So I had this a man that should be in his midlife, maybe 50 something, man sitting next to me. I had a lady, a girl sitting behind me, and there's another young man sitting at the back of that elderly mid-aged man. So we started the journey, and you know me now, I didn't have time to rest before the journey. So once I eat my food, I go to sleep immediately. So that night, after having my food, and I like putting on my earpiece and listening to music while the driver is zooming. So as I was sleeping, I was having a dream. Yes, that in that dream, someone was crossing his hand. It was a male, but I don't know the person's face. The guy was crossing his hand over my neck, and his hand was dropping down to my bobby, and he was fondling my bobby in that dream. In a dream, I was actually dreaming, but then I was not comfortable. I was removing the person's hand from my in my dream. I was actually removing the person's hand, not knowing that the thing was happening in real life. Oh. I was just removing the person's hand. Then I was deep asleep. I was really, really enjoying that sleep. So I didn't even know that dream I was having of someone touching my bobby was actually real life. Then I was removing the person's hand, and then when I was about to wake up, like from that dream, because I was not comfortable, someone touching my booby without my permission. So when I woke up from that dream, I felt a hand move this way very quickly. I opened my eyes and said, is someone touching my booby? I looked at the man sitting next to me, the elderly mid-aged man. I saw that that man was sleeping tight. He wasn't even moving. I looked around me. I didn't suspect anything. I said, this thing felt like real life. Oh. Like, I know I was having a dream of someone touching my baby, but then what was that hand that I felt leaving my body when I woke up? I said maybe I was just hallucinating. Probably the sleep was too sweet. I went back again to sleep. I maintained the same position. I said, if this is real life, I don't know. If this is in the dream, I also don't know. But God, into your hands I commit myself. I went back, put my head right this way to sleep off. So as sleep was just coming, you know how that light sleep will be coming. My eyes were just closing. As I was about to take off the sleep again, I felt hand on my shoulder. One might say, Amaka, don't move. I didn't move. Oh. I sat still. When that hand came on my, because everywhere was dark. Normally, these luxurious buses in the night, once the passengers and everybody is sleeping off, they'll just switch off the lights and then everywhere will be so dark. So while my eyes were about to close, this hand came again on my shoulder like this. This time around, I refused to move. So when the hand came on my shoulder like this, he did like this. He tried to wake me to see if I wake. I didn't wake. I refused to move. My eyes were wide open. I said, I will catch this person today. So the hand was just on my shoulder, and then the hand kept on caressing me like this. I just stayed. My eyes were wide open. I said, God, I want to catch this person today. The person was just going, rubbing me like this. Before I know it, because I was wearing a top. The top I was wearing in that journey had the same neck with this one. So the neckline was just kind of wide, like this one I was having. So next thing I felt, the person's hand was now going in. Guys, the person started putting his hand inside my top like this. So I just kept quiet and allowed his hand to enter. The moment the hand entered, I used my two hands to grab that hand like this. I grabbed the hand, held it tight. The person was trying to remove his hand. I grabbed the hand like my life depended on it. I was screaming, driver, driver, open the light, make I see the person when they touch my body. Everybody in the bus screamed, hey! Guys, I just held his hand. And this time around, as I held the hand, I discovered that the person that has been doing this, it was the guy sitting behind the middle-aged man that was my seatmate. So I stood up, I held the hand, I used my knee to place on my seat, and then I held the hand very tight. I refused to leave that hand. So when the driver put on the light, I saw the guy. I said, so now you. So you are the one that has been touching my bobby here since I started punching this guy. I said, come and see me that day. I was punching the mumu. The men in the bus were, trying to make fun of it. They were saying, the girl don't enjoy her since she can't keep quiet. I say, what? Me enjoy what? All of you that are saying that I've been enjoying it, all of you will suffer. You will not see good thing. Immediately I said it, all of them said, I apologize, sister, forgive me, oh, my hand no deal. Before I said, all of you where they support her, I was saying it, like some people were like, it's a lie, it's impossible. I said, don't worry, I'm a copper. Because that time, whenever I was traveling, I must always have my cap on and my ID card in my pocket. So I told them, I'm a copper. By the time we get to the next army checkpoint, I'm going to tell them that this guy has been sexually abusing me in this bus. And I'll show them my ID card so that they will fight for me. Since nobody in this bus wants to believe me. That was when the men there stood up and said, one guy even jacked the guy, slapped him, and asked him, why are you touching a woman's body? That, please, sister, please don't tell the army people. I said, I will tell them. Shebi on side they enjoy them since. Maybe the army people will believe me that I've not been. What? I said, they know the consequences of me telling the army people. The army people will delay us there first before they will now start drilling that guy. That's how I caught the Bobby thief. Onyo Shara. Bobby where they don't give you, now you want collect. Onyo Shara. Bobby criminal. So when they were interrogating him, he said no, that he did not do it, that his hand was just on his neighbors, the person sitting in front of him, that's my seatmate's back, where, I don't know, that place they rest the head, that his hand is just there. Then the man sitting next to me slapped him again and said, why would you even put your hand there? It showed that you did it. What that day, I felt so molested. Oh God. I felt so molested. Oh my God, getting that disgusting hand. Oh my puppy. Huh. So that was